And I really had to take ownership into like, what is something I can stand behind, where I have a competitive advantage, that I can put my hand on fire and I can stand behind the product that we're delivering. Like, we're not good at those things. I cannot, like, I'm all over the place and I'm delivering products that I'm not proud of. Mm-hmm. And so I started eliminating those things, and I come back to like the thing that I saw value, which was live video and events. And everything else, I start saying no. I talk to the clients, hey guys, we're not doing these things anymore. We're only focusing on this thing. And my marketing got easier because now I didn't need to market to everybody. I just had to go and write to events. I would go to an event calendar. I see who's doing an event. I just write to them. It got so much easier to market. Because I'm always talking to the same person, I start realizing what exactly do I need to say, because I see what's working. And so my messaging improved. Mm-hmm. My strategy improved. My processes, they become simpler because I'm only selling one thing over and over and over. But obviously, I started focusing on events, and that we did a lot of breakthrough. Like that year, we grew 100%. This is 2019. So we started growing in 2019 towards 2020. And
then 2020 happened.
Yes. And so in the very beginning, all events started canceling. Juan, we cannot do events. We need to cancel. We need to cancel. We need to cancel. I'm like, okay. But it's live.
But the live streaming should have stayed.
Yeah, but they didn't see it at first.
No, I remember they didn't see it at first because
no.
We were in a similar situation. All the marketing budgets were frozen. And as you expect, we are mostly dependent on marketing budgets. Companies weren't sure what to communicate.
Yeah.
It's not like they didn't want to spend them. They just didn't know how to kind of like operate in this kind of new environment.
Yeah.
And back then, I remember a friend of mine pointed me towards a platform that was creating, or that had the ambition to create this kind of like live streaming for events.
Yeah.
And I think we were back then the first ones to create an online conference. No one has done it before. No one had like the formula of how to do it. The problem was on March 13, when we started the confinement.
Yeah.
I could sense I am kind of like panicking. And I've been in situations like this before. I would ask myself, what do you do now? So you are panicking now. What do you do now? Well, you kind of like open up and you start sharing that with people. You admit that you don't have an idea what is going to happen now. So we did that in the team, and we knew if we don't do anything, then we won't be able to pay ourselves next month.
Yeah.
Because we were kind of like, earning month over month our own salaries. So we wasn't sure what are we going to live on in a month. So we had the choice to either completely, change the direction and get ourselves together, or we just give up and start looking for jobs. And I'm grateful that back then the team was motivated enough, and they were willing to put the hard work. And within a month, we organized an online conference. It was completely crazy with sponsors. It was like a 3-day event.
It's insane because you don't have a blueprint at the time. You have no clue how this looks like, what to do.
Yes, but we created our own blueprint. We decided that we're going to reserve the time on the platform. We're going to pay for that on the platform. And we're going to invite others to kind of like, design their own sessions. And we're going to do the keynote sessions. We're going to do like, the central sessions, the most important panel discussions, or I mean, even saying like most important, but we're going to give like the whole thing a set and setting and invite others to be part of this. So it was kind of like an ecosystem conference, and it worked out. I was very impressed by the quality that we managed to deliver.
Yeah.
Later on, there were others who were trying to do online events, and they failed.
It's not easy.
Miserably.
It's not easy. Yeah.
And this is when I also gained respect for people like you. And you say, well, this is someone who is doing, the equipment on the back. But that's a crucial part. There is so much that can actually fail when you're online streaming.
It's insane.
People believe that you just put a camera and you just connect it to somehow, Facebook Live and YouTube. Yeah. And it's not like this.
I had a lot of that. When I first started, like I remember in 2018, I had a sales meeting and the person was like, but what's the difference? Like, why do I need you? I can just go live on my phone, on Facebook Live. And so, I mean, that's where I was coming from, and like having to figure out what to say and how to put that together. Like the thing with live is that everything happens before the event. Once you're live,
It's too late.
that's it.
That's
And
it.
in
Yes.
99% of the cases, when the client improvised, we screwed up because like it took 4 weeks to get here at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But in the beginning, everybody started canceling. And I think, like compared to a media, the challenge that we had is that I mean, now looking back, I wouldn't do it like that. But now looking back, because I was targeting event organizers, I had positioned myself within the business model of somebody else. So they're spending money that they use. It's better to be part of the marketing budget than to be directly under the business model of somebody else. Because immediately you're eliminated, you're pushed down, they'll figure it out. And so in the beginning, some of them, they tried with Zoom. But what happened was that because they had sold tickets and because they had sponsors, they felt like we need something more professional than just a webinar on Zoom.
Yeah.
And because then I had the access to them, we started brainstorming. And actually, one of the very first ones was TEDx Vienna. And then we managed to put something together for them on a platform from UK that no longer exists.
Yes.
And that was basically our case study, and that was the transition. From there on, there was some other guys here that they're called The Venture, and they have an innovation, and so they're really active on trying new formats and so on. And for them, we built a studio in their office. And so that's where we start seeing that what we used to do in the conference room, we can do it in somebody's office, where we can just have the speakers, and then we can have the whole audience online, and then we start seeing that we can set up the equipment and then have remote speakers and so on. And so people start seeing what we're doing. Every time we have one event, they reach out, hey, who did your event? The same team did it. And so
that's the best moment when
it just
you
went from there.
Start growing through a word of mouth.
Because the messaging was clear. And I had clients that told me, I know these other guys, but they do too many things. But I see that you only do this one thing, so we'll go with you.
And if you're just as passionate about innovation as we are, hit subscribe for the Recursive podcast on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform. We're everywhere.